Welcome back, and this is an update on the palette that I'm using for Panda palette, and I just want to share with you where I'm at and what's happening with this. And coming for the new year 2015, I will be doing Panda palette for not one palette but maybe a possible of 3 palettes. So I'm doing that more or less because I feel I'm going to get the monotony is going to kill me if I just have to stick to one palette. So I'm going to try to get a combination of different palettes with different color selections so that I can have some sort of variety. So let's get on to the update on this LA Girls Blushing Nude palette, which I was trying to start or get a head start on the Panda palette. So alright, so this is where it's at. When I did, I think the first update, I had either finished this or was very close to finishing this color. This was a nice taupe kind of nude color that was good as a transition color. And right now where I'm at is that I'm almost finished with this color here. And this is more like a cream, matte cream color that I use also as transition. I was supposed to repress it, but I really did not get time to repress it. And then I've been using a couple other palettes that had colors in it, so I did not get to really dive into it. And then I actually finally hit pan on this brown color here. So and it's more or less the center. The sides are still pretty almost untouched because I generally just tap my brush in the center for most of these. I used to actually go from one side to the other, but somehow with this palette I kept working more or less from the center. So this palette here has use in it, but not as considerable as this color here. This has been one of the colors I use for my lid and even to highlight, and this has a considerable dent in it. I doubt you guys can see, but that's a good dent. This one I have not been using much because I had this and this other color. So this one has gotten some use but a bit untouched. This is a unique kind of brown, red tone kind of brown, so I have not been using it much, but I try sometimes to use it as a color that helps with a nice pop, or if you do a brown smoky, this is a nice transition color. And then I use this sometimes, right now I'm actually using it as it's like a blending out color in the crease. Yeah, that's what this is being used as, whereas this helps with the transition. So these two I use for that. This one I was actually using as a brow bone because it's almost like a very satin feel, no shimmers or anything like that. This is a shimmery white, which I generally use as a highlight, but it looks very natural on me. I am wearing it right now. You don't just see a really shimmery bold color. And I've actually tapped into these two dark colors, which I didn't really ever use in my first update, and so I started using these to help smoke out some looks. I didn't do it for today because I was really going for a neutral kind of look, and it really smoked out. So, but when I want to, if I'm wearing darker clothes or going out in the night and I want to smoke it out a bit, I actually use these two colors here. So they have gotten a bit of use, whereas the first time it was nothing at all. So I'm pretty much working on finishing this transition, and when I finish I'll go to this or maybe even these. I have a couple options here. So, and then I'm going to work on some of these brown colors, and I know this palette is going to definitely get used because it has nice transition highlight colors. So even though I use say a green on my lid or stuff like that, I'll definitely use the darker colors to warm up the crease or even highlight or just to blend it out. So this is going to be more or less a supplementary palette to the other palettes that I will be using in my Panda palette. So that there is my update. If you are doing this, or if you plan to when you have started like me, give yourself a little head start. Let me know what your progress are. If you're doing Panda palette for this year, please let me know, just so I can check out your videos. So I'm sure that's going to be very motivational to me because yeah, we need to use up some of our eyeshadow palettes. So thank you guys for watching. Until my next video, bye.